Alright folks, welcome back. If you're a longtime fan of the channel, you already know the card I like best is the Dagger. It's another scaling plus mult joker, this time an uncommon scaler. When you start a round, it deletes one of your jokers, but it converts that into a permanent plus mult bonus. The amount of plus mult that you get depends on the value of the card destroyed, so destroying more valuable jokers gives you a bigger plus mult bonus. The most frequent complaint that I hear about the Dagger is that it costs too much. Actually, what people say is it needs a crazy amount of economy for it to be viable, for it to be useful. I don't think that's true necessarily. I don't think it's that bad, but I will admit it does cost some amount of money. It costs money to buy these jokers that just get deleted every round. It costs money to keep replacing these jokers round after round. And so if I'm spending all this money replacing my jokers, I don't have as much money left over for booster packs. Celestial packs that give you extra points, or Arcana packs and standard packs, which have a potential to give you value generators. These value generators that jumpstart your economy and start to help you snowball. Also, I have less money for shop rerolls. Shop rerolls are the way that we eventually get to these rare jokers, the way that we eventually get to these X-Mult uncommon jokers. So if I'm spending all my money on replacing my jokers, then I'm not re-rolling enough. I only have the Dagger. I can't find anything else. Except that's the point, right? If I have the Dagger already, I don't need anything else. There's a reason why the Dagger is the uncommon scaler. It's better than all of these common scalers. So let's compare. For example, the bus. The complaint that I hear about the bus is, okay, also it costs too much. You have to play a lot of hands for it to be viable. Except playing extra hands costs money. Each hand is $1, right? Except most of the time, I'm playing extra hands anyway. If I'm playing high card or pair, I need to play extra hands just to score enough points. If I'm, let's say you have a purple seal in your deck, sometimes you play hands to save your discards. Save your discards for your purple seals. Save your discards for mail-in rebate, save your discards for faceless joker. Maybe, delayed gratification also. Or, okay, sometimes, you want to play extra hands to help dig through your deck. So before you win, before you end the round, you play an extra hand to dig for blue seals or to dig for gold cards. Play extra hands to grind out money from the reserve parking, to get money from the business card here. Obviously, business card is not compatible with the bus, but you get the idea. A lot of the time, you're playing extra hands anyway. And so, this kind of conversion rate of $1 per one mult, actually, it's free. The mult is free on top of you're already, like I said, you're already playing extra hands for other types of value. The limitation of the bus is it's capped. You can only get 4 mult per round. In theory, if you gave me more hands, then I would spend them all. I would use all of them. I would convert them all into plus mult. Maybe plus 4 mult per round is not enough. Also, once your build starts to get online, later on in the run, you'll be winning each round in just 1 or 2 hands maybe. And then so you don't even get to play extra hands because you're winning too fast. This is in contrast to the red card. So again, here the red card, this is one people complain, oh, the red card costs too much. Okay, if you're spending money on the red card, you're doing it wrong, right? In a normal run, you're already buying booster packs. You should already be buying booster packs. Some of the time, those booster packs will miss. And, maybe you use most booster packs, but in 24 rounds, you get to see like 45 booster packs. And, let's say you skip 10 out of those 45. If you just skip 10, that's already 30 mult. 30 mult for free. Buying booster packs you would already buy, skipping booster packs you would already skip. Red card is free. Or could be more, could scale faster if you need it to, if you want to spend the extra money. You can grow the red card, you can skip twice, you can get plus 6 mult per round, whereas the bus gets only plus 4 mult per round. Also, again, the bus, you get to a point where you start to have these one-shot hands, the bus can't grow anymore. Whereas like the red card, regardless of what hands you're playing, you can still grow the red card by taking booster packs, more booster packs. This is in contrast to, I said that already, but Okay, what about the dagger? Why is the dagger the uncommon one? How is the dagger different? Why is the dagger worth it? And so the dagger, let's say you buy a $6 Joker. Okay, $6 Joker sells for $3, and then the dagger gives you twice that much Mult, right? So buy it for 6, sell value of 3, you get 6 Mult. So $6, 6 Mult. It's still 1-to-1, $1 per 1 Mult. Except the difference is this doesn't cost me any of my booster packs. This doesn't cost me, you know, potentially playing extra hands like the bus. Also, I can grow this faster if I spend more. If I buy an $8 Joker, which I'll be honest, you know, not very many Jokers cost that much, but you know, if I buy a rare Joker, then I get more Mult per round. Or, you know, even if I just buy these uncommons, a quarter of all Jokers, 25% of your Jokers are going to be uncommon. And so I get these like $6, $7 Jokers. Get +6, +7 Mult every round. So the point of the dagger is it grows faster. And that is super relevant because if it's growing faster, then I have more points from the 1 Joker slot. That means I have more extra space. I don't need any other plus Mult Jokers. I don't need any other, you know, scoring Jokers, or, you know, mostly not that many scoring Jokers. It actually frees my Joker slots. I can use my other Joker slots for value generators. So rather than the dagger costing me money, it gives me space, it gives me extra Joker slots so I can make more money, so that I can hold on to my gold Joker for longer, so that I can hold on to my mail-in rebate for longer, because the dagger scores so much and grows so fast. Or at least that's how it goes in theory. So this is what it looks like in practice. All right, we're playing, this is Gold Stake Ghost Deck, because that's what I was feeling. Ghost Deck Gold Stake. This is the, of course, we did the first round here. So the first shop, Buffoon Pack. We have a dagger. Let's make it polychrome. Okay, now what? So, you know, the first lesson here, rentals are great. Rentals, you can buy them for $1. And you get 2 Mult from the $1 spent. So we can take this driver's license here. Dagger is actually better on the gold stake compared to the lower stakes because of access to these rentals. Let's go next. Now, because I have +2 Mult and I have the polychrome, we could go for clubs here, it looks like. And the flush should win. Like if I just do +2 Mult, that's 50% more Mult, that's 50% more points. Also polychrome is 50% more points. So let's go for clubs here. One more time for clubs. Bummer. Well, alright, I'm gonna keep going for the flush here. There we go, we got it eventually. Ship it. Okay, so we played an extra hand. It cost us an extra $1. Later on, that's not going to matter, but early on, the extra $1, I'll admit, that's kind of painful. All right, we've got $8 redues now. So I can't take Eternals. The dagger won't destroy Eternals. I could consider taking Sly just as a source of chips, just 50 chips, but maybe, you know, as an Eternal, it's not worth it to hold on to this one forever. Also, if this wasn't Eternal, you buy it for 3, but the sell price is rounded down. The sell price is 1, dagger gives you 2 Mult from this $3 spent. And you know, maybe that's not the best, maybe that's not the most efficient. What we could do, I mean, for starters, we don't need to buy anything. We can already score 600 points with just what we have here. And then the next round, 1,000 points we could do with 2 hands instead of just 1 hand. But it is particularly efficient. I will say if you use the Judgment here, you get a random Joker. Most of the time they cost at least $2. And $2 then gets converted into 4 Mult for $3. So like that seems like a pretty good deal. I'd like to take the seed money if I could, but I guess let's just take the Judgment here. It will not affect my interest this round. Like $8 and $5, you get the same amount of interest, but we will acknowledge if I spend $3 now, I'm still $3 further away from 25. I'm still $3 further away from, you know, whatever I want to purchase in the next shop. So it's not free, but take the judgment. Okay, abstract here, another solid plus mult joker. And so while we're waiting for the dagger to grow, we can use the abstract joker in kind of the short term plus mult. Let's go next. We get 8s and 7s here. We can dig for a full house if we want. We have 4 spades, but the spades are maybe, you know, not going to score that many points. How about let's throw away this 8 here and go for a straight. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8. Not quite a straight, but we can go for diamonds now. Cool, and we know the diamonds will win. We have plus 6 mult on the dagger, and then the polychrome raises that to another 5 mult, 11 total. 11 plus 4 is 15. Look at that. So 1 flush or straight is enough to one-shot the next round. That does mean I don't need to buy anything here, but I kind of want to take Michelle here. If we take Michelle, then we can potentially, you know, get the Cavendish later. We just want to make sure we, you know, move Michelle over here so that nothing irresponsible happens to her. Let's go next. Here's a situation where we could consider taking a Mega Buffoon pack. I think in Ante 2, the top-up tag that gives you 2 random common jokers is pretty good for Ante 2 because you get 2 jokers that won't be perishable or rentals or eternals. And then, you know, the Mega Buffoon pack has kind of the same flavor. Regardless of what comes out of here, we will have something to feed the dagger. So let's try that. Okay, we can take the runner as a source of chips. We can take the fortune teller. Fortune teller normally costs 6. I don't know why it costs 6, but it does. And so we can take it, and that'll give us plus 6 mult on the dagger. And go next. So now, since we have the runner, maybe what we can do is we can try going for a straight, digging for maybe a 9 and a king. Okay, so I have an 8 and an ace. I can dig for either a 9 or a king. Let's try that. We get both the 9 and the king. Let's go ahead and ship it. All right, now we got plus 15 mult on the runner. Okay, here we go. Now we can take this mail-in rebate. And so, you know, people say all the time, okay, in order for the dagger to work, in order for the dagger to be viable, you got to have some crazy amount of economy. And so let's take the rebate as, you know, a value generator. It's a rental here, so I could buy it for $1. I can discard 3s, collecting the money, and then at the end of the round I can sell it. And then that way I don't have to pay the rental fee. I could consider taking the overstock here. I think the overstock is very powerful. The question is, like, is it worth losing a bunch of interest now and, you know, potentially compound interest we lose? I think I'm not going to take the overstock. I think, you know, again, here we want to be supportive of our dagger, and so let's save our money for interest. But we will take the money generator. Let's take the mail-in rebate and go next. Okay, we have a queen through 9 here. We can discard the 3 for the mail-in rebate, and then we can dig for an 8 or a king. Yeah, one more time looking for either an 8 or a king. There we go, we get the king. Go ahead and ship it. Now 30 chips on the runner. Michelle is safe for now. Go next. All right, now we got $27. So, you know, we could consider picking up the cola here. We could feed the cola to the dagger. That would be plus 6 mult. We could buy and then sell the cola and just, you know, spend $3, get a double tag that maybe, you know, we can get some kind of economy skip in the future. We can skip for a large amount of money in the future. I think, you know, once again here, don't spend money that you don't have. that's the thing. If you want to be safe with the dagger, right? If you want to be successful with the dagger, just don't spend money that you don't have. And so maybe, you know, maybe we don't take the cola here and we just save our $27 because I want to save money. I want to buy this extra hand size that's going to help me play straights for the runner. So let's just go next. We already know we can hit 3,200 here. I have a 7 and a 6 here. I could go for the low straight. I'm going to try the high straight. I already have an ace through queen here. I just need a jack and a 10. We get the 10. Now we're just looking for the jack. All right, so we missed there. Let's play the pair here. Or if we want, we could... Nope, let's just ship it. Give me a jack. All right, so we didn't get the jack. You know, the benefit of playing with the runner, though, whatever chips that you get from playing straights, you get to keep the chips. And so here, if we just play high card, then we get points from the runner. We get chips from the runner. I guess right now that's kind of a drawback that's a little bit problematic because I don't actually want to score here, but oh well. We're not going to get to the jack. Maybe next time. Alright, go next. We can't take the eternal devious. We already have the runner, we don't need that. We can take the 4 fienders here to make it easier for us to get our straights. $27, so we can't really afford anything else. Let's go next. And now 9876. I can throw away the ace, and then this will be a straight. And we have discards. Well, I guess we just win. Bummer. Go next. So now we got $39 reduce. Let's get the extra hand size. Let's take the... We've got another money generator here. We might not be able to play straights without using our discards, but we do know, like I said, with the runner here, we get to 45 chips regardless of what hand we play. So with the dagger already plus 14 mult, we can win the next round with just pairs or high card or whatever it is. So, you know, we don't need our discards. We can take another money generator for our dagger because our dagger won't be viable otherwise. Let's go next. We have 10, 9, 8, 7 here. I'm going to throw away the extra 5 and then hope to draw a 3 here. Okay, so we didn't get the 3. I'm looking for either a 7 or a 3. So I have 3 more 7s. I have 4 3s. Actually, yeah, throw away the 2 and the 8 here. Discard. Okay, so how about 8, 7, 6, 5, 4? Actually, we only need 4 cards. That's it. 75 chips on the runner. Michelle left. Bummer. Alright, go next. Okay, we got $37. The boss here is the wall. Okay, to beat the wall, we're going to need some more points. We can take the extra hand. That would allow us to get more points, but we don't necessarily need it yet. We can get the extra hand, you know, after the next round. We can take the riffraff here. Riffraff as a source of chips, so even more points. Currently, our deficiency, we have plenty of mult from the dagger. We need more chips. So this is like 50% more chips, so 50% more points. Also, riffraff is another value generator. It can generate jokers for us to feed to the dagger. Let's go ahead and pick up the riffraff here. I could think about using the luchador to reduce the boss's effect, and so the wall, you have to score twice as many points compared to a normal boss. A normal boss would be 18,000, and so if you use the luchador, brings it down to 18,000. So luchador is kind of like a ×2 mult here. I don't want to go down below $25. I want to have maxed out interest. Let's see here. If we take the grabber takes me to $19. So that does cost me $2 of interest. Let's go next. Okay, we get too many 2s. Let's dig for a 9 or a king is all we need. Okay, we don't have Michelle anymore, so we should be a little bit, more cautious here potentially. We can go throw away the extra 7. Play a straight. Only 26 mult on our dagger, so we are going to need a second hand here. Okay, so 2 hands, that's enough to win the next round as well. We can't take the credit card because it's an eternal and the dagger can't eat it up. What we can do is we can take a buffoon pack. It's a jumbo, so we get 4 options here. Ooh, so, eternal rental, 2 of these eternal rentals. We don't take these eternal rentals, but what we can do is we can take the troubadour here. Troubadour sells for $6. The extra hand size will make it easier for us to get our straights for the running man. Extra hand size, sure. And then, let's see here. Now if I take the grabber takes me down to $20. So I lose $1 of interest, but I get $1 extra from extra hands. So let's take the grabber and go next. All right, because of the troubadour, we have -1 hand here. We got the grabber +1 hand, troubadour -1 hand. Let's see here, 9, 8, 7, 6, throwing away a 2, and then we're trying to get a 10 or an ace here. Okay, we got the 10, and that should be enough. We already have 120 chips on the runner, 32 mult on the dagger. Let's see if we can get more money generating jokers. Yeah, you know what we could do? We could take the rebate here for $4. We can take the Cloud9 here also as a money generator. I guess if I buy both of these, that'll take me down to, we'll have below $25. And so to maintain interest here, instead of buying the Cloud9 for $7, also, you spend $7 and then the sell price is rounded down. So it's $3 doubled is 6 mult. $7 turns into 6 mult. Let's take the mail-in rebate instead. I think, a lot of time the mail-in rebate is going to be more powerful than the Cloud9, though the Cloud9 can scale pretty quickly. You get 1 strength card and turn 8s into 9s, and then, now you're getting $6 per round. I think Cloud9 is very powerful. You should take it, but we'll just take the rebate here and go next. Okay, against the boss, we can play 10, 9, 8, 7. That's 1 straight, throwing away a 4. Trying to find a jack here. Okay, king, queen, jack 10. I probably don't need this many queens. And now we just need 1 more straight. Okay, how about we're looking for a 6 or a 10? How many? I have 2 10s, but I have a lot of 6s. So, yep, keep the 5, throw the queen, get the 10. So jack through 7, straight, ship it. Tough to beat the ball. Tough to beat the wall with only 2 jokers. 4 Finas technically helps us make straights, but itself doesn't score any points. Everything level 1 so far. Let's go next. We need 25,000 points. That's actually less than the wall that we just did. We don't need these skip tags. There's an orbital tag for 3 of a kind. We have a holographic tag here. Interesting thing about the holographic tag, it makes the whatever joker cost 0. You can buy it for 0, but you can still sell for full price. You still get the full value on the dagger. Boss says my first hand is face down. That should be fine. So here again, we could take the 8 ball and then, you know, spend the $1 rental and get the +2 Mult on the dagger. Or I think now we have enough money we can, you know, safely re-roll. And so if we, you know, we can buy the $4 Droll Joker here and get +4 Mult instead of the +2 Mult. It's a little bit less efficient, right? $4 for 4 Mult compared to $1 for 2 Mult. But being able to get 4 Mult from the 1 round rather than 2 Mult, then, you know, the faster scaling is worth the extra money. Let's take the Droll Joker here. Let's save our money for, you know, we might want to go back in time. We want to get an extra ante, and then so we have more time for the runner and then also growing the dagger. Let's go next. We have 7, 6, 5 looking for a 4 or an 8. Let's try that, I guess. Maybe throw the face cards. Okay, so 9, 8, 7, 6. Since I have 2 5s, I'll play the 5s, keep the 9 in case we draw 10. Okay, Queen, Jack, 10, 9. That's already a straight. We can throw away a 5. We could throw away an extra 9, but this might already be enough points. Bummer. 210 chips on the runner and then 40 Mult on the dagger. Could take the Ankh here. Funny thing about using the Ankh to, you know, like copy the dagger, for example, it's going to be hard to grow both. We can grow one or the other, but not both. And I'm already pretty invested in having the runner, the extra chips. So let's not take the Ankh here. Let's not take this Eternal Rental smiley face, but we will take the Buffoon pack. Buffoon pack, we can pick up Crafty Joker. So that's another +4 Mult on the dagger. And now I actually do have extra money. I can buy this Arcana pack. Mostly I'm looking for money. If we don't get money, I guess one thing we could do, I could... What if I turn this 3 into... Yeah, I don't know. How about another 10? Like, that could be useful. That could help us make our straights. Then save my money to go back in time. Let's go next. Okay. I need to find a 10 or an ace. Ace, King, Queen, Jack, throwing away a 2. Mm, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We don't need all 5 cards, but might as well play them for the extra chips. 40,000 points. Okay. Giga Chad Eternal. I'm gonna pass on that. We could take the Ectoplasm here. Ectoplasm -1 hand size, but you know, one of the things that's tricky about the dagger is you can't grow the dagger unless you have an extra Joker slot. And so, you know, like that's a frequent complaint that I hear about the dagger. It's like, oh, it takes 2 Joker slots. But, you know, with the dagger giving me +44 Mult, I actually have other empty Joker slots. I don't need as many scoring Jokers if I have all of the scoring done by the dagger. But if you wanted to have more Joker slots, we could get a negative here, and then the negative would give us an extra Joker slot. Let's do that. Yeah, look at this handsome fellow here. We got the negative runner. We want to go back in time. And then now, let's see here, with $32 in the bank, I can still buy this Arcana pack and have $26. Let's look for a Hermit. We don't get a Hermit. We could take Temperance for 13 bucks. Like 13, that sounds pretty good. Or we can use the Judgment and get, you know, some kind of non-eternal Joker for the dagger. I think, so if I take the money, if I take the 13 bucks, that's enough for me to re-roll in the shop twice. If I re-roll twice, will I get, you know, potentially just as good or better Joker than the Judgment? Let's take the money. We could, in addition to getting some Joker, we can also, you know, get something else. You know, maybe some more tarot cards in the shop. This is not what I was looking for. Card Shark here as another Eternal. So maybe go one more. We can pick up Parking here. Parking is another money generator. And you know, maybe, let's see here. We have the extra hand size voucher, and so we can hold, and we have an extra hand voucher from the grabber, so we can get extra face cards in our hand. We can get extra hands to get extra money from the parking. Probably, even if I buy the parking here, I'll have enough extra money. As long as I get $3, then I will have maxed out interest. So we'll take the extra money generator to support our dagger and go next. Okay, the first hand is face down, so I'm just going to select all of these and discard 5. We have King, Jack, 10. That's not quite a straight yet, so let's discard the face down cards again and discard the low cards, trying to make a high straight here. We can go Ace, King, Queen, Jack, throwing away a 3 and ship it. 255 chips on the runner and 50 mult on the dagger so far. We just beat, I guess that's, you know, ante 4. Well, we went back in time, so it's round 14. We're about halfway done with the run. So half of the run, we got 50 mult and 250 chips. Go next. All right, so the next round is, you know, 25,000. That's, you know, basically we can already do that much. Okay, I'm probably interested in something like this, taking the seed money for the extra interest. You know, again here, more money for my dagger. I guess let's take the blue joker here. So $1 for 2 mult, you know, because it's a rental here. I'm not going to take this Eternal Matador. Maybe instead of this seed money, maybe we take these Arcana packs. You know, if I am going to, you know, try to feed the dagger, maybe I want to spend my money on re-rolling for the dagger. Maybe I'm not going to go all the way to $50 for the seed money interest. Let's open these Arcana packs. We get a nice Temperance here for another 14. We have money, we can buy the other Arcana pack. Okay, another 14 bucks, or we can use the Hung Man here. I don't really want to remove the 8s and the 7s or the kings and the queens here because, you know, I want to be able to make straights. Maybe the best would be remove the kings and the queens and build the middle straights. I'm just going to take the money here because then, you know, we need the money to support our dagger, and we can take the seed money as well, get the extra interest, and go next. Okay, so now we are looking for a 7. If I get the 7, yeah, let's discard the ace too. Okay, bummer. So I'm looking for either a 10 or an ace or a 6, so we have a lot of outs here. We miss. Let's try again. Ace or 10 or 6. One more time. Actually, we don't get to do one more time because chips from the runner and then mult from the dagger, it's already too powerful. That's a bummer. Let's go next. Okay, $51 in the bank. We do have the seed money, but we can probably afford one of these Arcana packs. We could make some lucky cards as a way of making money. We could use the Emperor for some random tarot cards. Yeah, let's take the Emperor rather than the Magician here. The Emperor has a chance to give me the Devil, so I can make some gold cards. I could get maybe a Hermit. Judgment here we can use. Nice, we have Devious Joker. That's going to be great with our straights. And go next. Okay, so 4, 5. Looking for a 6, I guess. 4, 5, 6. And actually I'm going to throw away the extra 5 here. Okay, one more time we can dig for a queen. Maybe we do something with this 9. We don't get the queen. So this wins. We don't get the straight. Bummer. That's okay. Okay, we can take green joker. That's another +4 Mult. I don't want Grim here for random aces. We can take an Arcana pack looking for more money. We don't get money, but we do get a hung man here. I think what I will do, I think I will do the ace and the 2. And then that'll be just, you know, that much easier for me to get my straights. We could open this mega standard pack looking for some kind of value generators like a blue seal or a gold card. Or we could just save our money for interest. Let's go next. Okay, my diamonds are going to be debuffed. I have 6, 5, 4, 3. Let's throw away the ace and try to get a jack. 60 Mult on the dagger. 285 on the runner. Yeah, here's another straight. Ship it. Okay, we got a nice amount of money now with the help of our seed money voucher. That means we can take the extra hand size if we want. Still have 59 bucks, so let's go buffoon pack. Look, she's back. So, you know, we could take Dusk here. Dusk is a $6 joker, and so that's +6 Mult on the dagger. Or we can take the X Mult here. It is perishable, but how many rounds do we have left? We're in ante 6, and ante 7, and ante 8. So I guess we don't take the perishable. We'll just take the Dusk here. It's a rental anyway. You know, we wouldn't want to tank our economy. We need to have all of this money to feed the dagger. Let's open the Arcana pack. Here we could make a gold card for more money, for more economy. Let's see here. If we go to my tarot cards, the last tarot card that I use is the Hung Man. So let's just skip here, and that way if we get a Fool in the future, we can copy the Hung Man and make it easier for us to get our straights. Let's go next. Alright, so how about 5, 6, 7, 8? I still have the 9, 10 jack. Let's throw away the extra jack. Looking for a queen or an 8. We get the queen, so king, queen, jack, 10, throwing away a 3, and ship it. 330 chips, 64 Mult. Okay. We could do ectoplasm one more time, but ectoplasm -2 hand size. -2 hand size, that sounds too expensive for me. We already have 6 joker slots, and you know, the minus hand size is going to make it harder for us to get our straights. So could take the wetness here, but cost $3, sell price is $1. We only get 2 Mult. Let's go buffoon pack instead. Buffoon pack, we can take either the scholar or the swashbuckler. Both of these, you know, basically useless. I guess swashbuckler does a little bit, you know, plus Mult here. Let's go ahead and take that one and save our money for the next shop. Let's go next. Could take the economy tag here, skip for 40 bucks. And so if you remember back in time when we had that cola that would have cost us $3, that could have been here another $40. I think rather than skip, I'm just gonna play the round, and then that way we have more time to grow the runner and then also grow the dagger. Let's just play it out. Okay, 8 through 5 here, throwing away a 3. We are looking for either a 7 or a jack. Still looking for either a 7 or a jack. Please? Nope. That's a bummer. Alright, well, throw away these extra queens. Maybe we keep the 5 and the 6 since we're already out of kings. Maybe we don't keep the 5. Either way, give me a jack or a 7. Jack 10, 9, 8. Ship it. Okay, Magician, we can make lucky cards as, again, you know, some kind of way of making money. We can open an Arcana pack here. Maybe before we open the Arcana pack, we do a little re-rolling. Let's see here. Crafty for $1. We could take Golden Joker for $1. You know, technically Golden Joker costs $3 but gets you $4, so technically that's a money generator. It's net positive, even if it's just a little bit. I mean, it only cost me $1 to buy it, and so if it gives me $1 every round, that's worth it. If I buy this Arcana pack, we go down to 61, so we still have money for re-rolling if we want. Let's go one more. Once again here we get the Ankh to copy a Joker. Nope. Incantation. Nope. I don't want to add random numbered cards to the deck. Let's just go Arcana pack. We can take a Temperance for 14. That does give me a nice amount of money here, so I could re-roll another time if I want. Look for another Joker for the dagger. We could pick up the egg. We could pick up Northern Lion here as, you know, sort of another value generator. It'll make all of our future temperances better. Let's go ahead and pick up Northern Lion and go next. Okay, so now I want to try to make some lucky cards. So let's start by, I'll play the low straight here, the 7 through 4, looking for a 10. Okay, so now that we got, you know, kind of the middle-ish cards, let's go 10 and 9. Let's make those lucky. Okay, we can play the middle straight, throwing away a 2, and I can make some bonus cards if I want. Didn't get any money. Never lucky. Bummer. 405 chips on the runner and 70 mult on the dagger. Let's go next. Okay, we get Dr. Acula. It's an uncommon scaling X-Mult, so it's X-Mult and it's scaling. It's eternal, and so, you know, it won't be deleted by the dagger if we put this one on the right and we put the dagger right next to it. You know, with the dagger, you do need, when you're growing the dagger, you need the extra Joker slot, but in the end game, once you get to like anti-7 or anti-8, you can decide to stop growing the dagger. Once the dagger is already at 70 mult, you could just stop and then just fill your other Joker slots with these X-Mult Jokers, with these uncommon Jokers. So we could take Dr. Acula here. I already have the Hierophant. I can get some X-Mult there. I already have some lucky cards. I guess I don't have that many enhancements. I know other folks, you know, a little bit disappointed by the Vampire. The Vampire doesn't grow fast enough. Oh, it's not as strong as Constellation, I guess. Well, maybe we won't take it then. Maybe we'll take the reroll here. And we can take the Mega Arcana pack. Mega Arcana takes us down to, that's 56. Yeah, that's fine. We still have, you know, maxed out interest. Fool gives me a Magician. See, I told you that Fool was going to happen. This could have been a Hung Man, but instead we get the Magician. I guess that's not the worst thing that could happen. We take those and skip the rest. So, could re-roll here, but I guess we already have a Joker to go with the dagger here. You know, each round the egg gets more and more value for the dagger. Let's go next. Boss says no discards. Okay. Let's look for a 7. 10, 9, 8. 6, 5, 4. That sucks. Looking for a Jack or a 7 or a 3. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't need the extra 8. We could make the lucky cards right now. I'm going to wait on the lucky cards. Okay, so 10, 9, 8 here. We don't have a straight. Now I feel bad for waiting on the lucky cards. I guess we'll go lucky queens. I'm going to play the 2-pair here, and the 2-pair we know is already going to win, so bummer. Plus 20 mult, but we never get the money. How am I going to be able to fund my dagger without the money? We can take the drunkard here for the extra discard. It's a rental, so it only costs us $1. We can look inside this standard pack for, you know, maybe a blue seal here. We could get a red seal and we can make it, you know, a bonus card for extra chips. Maybe we don't need the chips if we already have the runner. We could try to make like red lucky cards or a red gold card. Maybe it's a little bit too late for that. We're already round 21. We could take a gold 8 here for money. I think I want to stick to, you know, I've got these lucky cards on the high end. Maybe we'll just not add cards to the deck. Generally, when I'm playing straights, I don't like to add too many cards to the deck because it makes it harder for me to draw my straights. Let's re-roll here. Could take the purple seal. You know, it doesn't generate money like a gold card generates money, but it does generate value. So we'll take the purple seal, sure. Reroll $4 takes me down to 52. I'm not going to be able to buy anything, so let's just save our money for interest and go next. We can go purple seal 2 here if we want. Let's play the straight that we have first. Play the lucky card. Ah, bummer. Alright, so we have another straight here. I think without the plus 20 mult from the lucky card, I think this is less than 80,000, right? So 8 through 5. Alright, now if you want, we can go, how about a purple ace? We can discard. And so I have the straight 4 through 7. I want to try to find my lucky cards. Maybe a lucky 10. We do get a 10. Not a lucky 10, but we do get a 10. Discard one more time looking for any 9 or king. Ah, bummer. I guess I'm going to have to play the low cards. We can spin the wheel here. Sure. Nice. At least we weren't foiled. Let's go next. Okay, we can take the delayed gratification as another money generator for our dagger. We can take the Arcana pack here. We have $70, so we might as well re-roll a few times first. Juggler for extra hand size. That's useful. I don't know if I want to take the rental though. We can take Devious as another +4 mult for our dagger. Is a little bit, you know, more efficient than the delayed gratification. We can go reroll one more. We get rebate money, but unfortunately it's an eternal, and I don't like to take the, you know, eternal money generators because I can't swap them out for scoring jokers. We can take the Arcana pack right now. Okay, we actually, because we have the negative runner, we have an extra joker slot. We can use Judgment here. Hey, look, we got a to-do list for straight flushes. Not going to play straight flushes this round, but, you know, maybe next time. Let's go next. How about 3, 4, 5? Not a straight. I guess, sorry, 5, 6, or sorry, 5, 9. Let's play the pair of 9s, I guess. I have more 10s than I have 9s, but I want to play the lucky card. Yeah, let's try to find a 2 or a 6. Nope, but we can play this straight, and then that gives me another opportunity for the 2 or the 6. Actually, this is a straight flush, and so we can get money from the to-do list. Nice. Okay, so, you know, 3, 4, 5, not a straight. bummer. I guess what we could do here, we could play a flush, and then we'll get, you know, a little extra money from the lucky card, maybe this one time. Ah, bummer. Alright, we'll go next. Okay, let's see. Matador, a little bit too late for the Matador, right? Matador can't generate us any more money. Boss says my Jimbos are going to be face down. We can take the boss reroll here. We can take the brainstorm. Brainstorm, we can copy our runner, and so, you know, if you copy the chips, and then that's all of our chips right now, then that doubles our chips, that doubles our points with the brainstorm. We can take the Arcana pack now. We can open the standard pack. Let's go standard pack first. Could get a blue seal here. It's a little bit late for a blue seal. It's already round 23. So, you know, let's not add any cards to the deck and open the Arcana pack. To-do list, we do need the gold sticker on, and Devious Joker, we do need the gold sticker on. We could take Judgment here. I'm kind of interested to see what we get. So maybe, you know, what we do here is we sell the Devious Joker, and then we can use Judgment. We get the driver's license. Driver's license is a rare Joker, and so it has a sell price of 3. Wait a second. Why is it sell price only 3? Oh, driver's license is only $7. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, maybe, you know, we can use the Hierophant. We can get some bonus cards and then get the extra X Mult from the driver's license. Let's go next. Okay. I didn't check what the to-do list wanted me to do, so I guess I'll just play a straight, or at least, you know, to the best of my ability here. Let's go for a jack. I guess if I get the jack, I don't really need the ace, so let's keep the 8 and then drop the ace. Alright, we play the king high straight here and ship it. You know what we could do? We can do this. We can put the 4 Fienders over here, and then that way the brainstorm doesn't copy the runner, and then actually we have more hands. We can grow the runner. You know, I don't want to score too many points here. Okay, now we can go 9, 8, 7. Looking for a 6 or a 10, I guess. Yeah, 6 or a 10. Jack, 10, 9, 8, and we get to throw away an extra 8, and now we're looking for either a 10 or a 6. I'm going to keep the lucky card because I don't want the plus 20 mult. So runner currently 495, dagger at 88. Let's go ahead and ship it. The brainstorm, by the way, cannot copy holographic, and so it doesn't give us the plus 10 mult, which is actually, that's what we want. We can play this straight with the lucky cards. So let's, sorry, I was going to say dig more, but we're out of discards. Let's ship it. Bummer. We pay the rental fee for the brainstorm, but the brainstorm only costs us $1 instead of $10, and so profit. I forgot to use my Hierophant for my driver's license. Maybe we can find something better than driver's license. We could go in here, standard pack. Yeah, maybe. Another gold card. Maybe holographic, but holographic 2, I guess, you know, I'm not really going to play the 2s. I'm trying to play the higher straights. Could take a lucky 10. But I already have 5 10s in the deck. Let's just skip here, I guess. And could pick up the Scholar. Reroll. It's cheap, might as well. Okay, Talisman, I can make a gold card. We get the gold seal for more money. Though, I only get to do it for one more round, right? And the gold seal, that gives me $3. It cost me $4. Let's go next. Okay, ace, jack 10. We do get the purple seal here, and so maybe I can use the purple seal to try to get a tarot card. So maybe we use the Hierophant on. How about the jack and the 10, I guess? Discard extra king, extra jack, extra 10. Discard the 5, looking for a queen. Tower, I can make a stone card. You can actually, with 4 Fienders, you can make a 4 card straight, and then you can add a stone card to it if you want. That counts as an enhanced card for the driver's license. So, you know, we could do something like queen, jack, 10. How about let's not play the bonus 10 here? Do I want to sneak in a 4, or do I want to use the tower on, you know, potentially some lower ranking card like a 2 or a 3? Maybe we'll hold off on the tower. I think maybe we don't need all of these 10s. That way we can dig deeper. Cool. So maybe now, yeah, maybe now this 4 could be useful if we get a 6 or a jack. Looking for a 6 or a jack. There's only 2 jacks in the deck, so just give me the 6 or an 8. If I get the 8, I don't need the 10. Give me a 6 or an 8. So 4, 5, 6, 7. We have an extra 4. And I'm looking for, I don't know. Yeah, let's make one of these 4s into stone, or we make the ace into stone. Yeah, maybe we don't need the ace. So ace, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ship it. Okay, and then we don't have a straight. That's a bummer. All right, well, I guess it's because we got rid of the ace. Wasn't expecting to draw the low cards. Bummer. We just play a pair, I guess. Okay. Oh, I wasn't expecting to get an extra hand, but if you're going to give me an extra hand, here's an extra straight. Nice. Okay, so we got, you know, the 7 out of 16. We just need 9 more for the driver's license. We could use familiar, we add some random face cards. They are enhanced, and so that'll benefit our driver's license. Let's go ahead and we'll take that. And we'll go here, Arcana pack. I can make a gold card, I can make a stone card. Let's go familiar first. Okay, and then maybe the 2 I turn into stone, and that's extra chips for our 4 Fienders. There we go. All right, we already got 11 out of 16. We can go Arcana pack here. Temperance for 20. Or we make another stone card. I think I like having the extra money. We can reroll for jokers. Like if I get $20, that's like 3 rerolls. 3 rerolls, that's like, is that going to be more tarot cards than just the 1 tower? We could get some other kind of X-Mult instead of the driver's license. Alright, so we could take the lovers, but maybe lovers is not going to be enough. We need, you know, whatever the Hierophant or the Empress, or actually Emperor, maybe. Too late for the 8-ball, too late for the trading card. Don't need Abstract or Blue Joker. Don't need Jupiter, don't need this Eternal Rental. Ah, we do get the Emperor. Okay. Hey look, she's back. You know, we've played a lot of straights here. Yeah, maybe instead of trying to do this driver's license, we pick up Michelle here. And then we can go 1 more. How are we doing on straights? We got 38 straights. That's actually, you know, 38 Mult from the Supernova. We can go 1 more. We could take the Stuntman here. Stuntman is 250 chips, but we already have, you know, 570 chips with the runner. So maybe we'll re-roll here. Let's look for more gold stickers that we're missing. You know, trying to get the completionist plus gold stickers. We could take Aura here. Since I don't have the driver's license anymore, I can take the Aura. And, you know, for $1 here, I can get the business card for some extra chips. The extra chips from the business card, that's probably going to be better than the Scholar. We do have more money. We could go one more, but I'm not going to be able to afford anything, I guess. So we'll just take the business card and then go next. All right, my Jimbos are going to be face down. And so I guess really all I care about are the 4 Fienders. I want to make sure that the 4 Fienders are on the left, and so we get the plus Mult from those. Let's go ahead and go next. So we'll put the 4 Fienders over here. We've got not a straight yet, so discard the low cards. Okay, how about 9, 8, 7, 6? We have an extra 4. Is this the hand that I want to use the Aura on? Sure, why not? So we'll go Aura here on the 9. We get a foil. Emperor gives us the Hung Man that we don't need. We could make a gold card that we don't need. Let's go ahead and ship it. Okay, how about... we don't have a straight here, so I guess I have to discard the Jack and the 5 here. I only have 1 10 in the deck, and so maybe I don't want to discard both 10s. I do want to discard probably 1 King and maybe 1 10, non-enhanced 10. Queen here would have been cool, but instead we've got, let's see here, Jack, 10, 9, 8, throwing away a 6. Sure. I could use the Hung Man here. Maybe I'll use the Hung Man on the next hand if I need the help. Hey, we got $2 from our business card. We have Ace, King, Queen, Jack. Could play the 10. We don't need to play the 10. I guess I'm looking for a 9 here. Throw away the 4. Go ahead and ship it. 10, 8, Kings. Unfortunately, we don't have a straight. Bummer. I guess I'll just have to play these 10s. And you know what? Actually, I could play a flush here if I want instead of the 3 of a kind. Though, you know, maybe the 3 of a kind is more chips. I don't know. This 10 is not going to score. Ship it. All right. Pay the believers. All right, so there you go. We get another, you know, easy gold stake run, this time on the ghost deck. You know, of course, when we played the yellow deck, we did the yellow deck with the red card, and people said, oh, the red card is not actually powerful. It's the yellow deck that's powerful. It gives you the economy that enables the red card. The red card wouldn't be any useful on any other deck. So we play on the ghost deck instead. You know, the dagger here, you know, demonstrating, you know, just how much money it takes, you know, how many kind of value generators we get in order to boost up the dagger. You know, keeping in mind the power of the dagger is I have so much Mult on the 1 Joker slot that I have extra Joker slots that I can have room for all of these extra money generators in my build. I have, you know, basically just the runner 600 chips, the dagger 94 Mult. I don't really need any of these, you know, leveled up hands. Don't need the blue seal. Don't need, you know, really, the 4 Fienders here did enable us, did help us make straights, but all of the points come from having this stacked up runner here. And then we get a little bit of business time in the end. Unfortunately, we didn't find any new gold seals for our completionist plus. We've still got, you know, 89% here. These are the stats. Don't judge me. All right. Take care, everyone.